everyone, welcome back to Pop Off English, the podcast where we learn English and talk about real life. If you want to learn English for beginners and have fun at the same time, you're in the right place. Before we start, don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and share it with a friend who also wants to learn English.
Today we're talking about something many people know very well: anxiety and overthinking. Maybe you know this feeling. Your body is tired, but your brain is running a marathon. Maybe it's 3 a.m., you have school or work tomorrow, and your brain is like, let's remember every embarrassing thing we did since 2012.
Yes, or you have one small message from your boss, your crush, your teacher, and your brain. They hate you, it's over, goodbye life. Anxiety can be very strong, and overthinking can make small problems feel huge.
This episode is for you if you sometimes feel nervous, stressed, worried, or stuck in your head. We will use simple English, so don't worry if you are a beginner. And remember, this is not medical advice. If your anxiety is very strong, please talk to a professional. But today we can learn vocabulary, easy sentences, and some small ideas to feel better.
Let's start with some basic words. Anxiety means a strong feeling of worry or fear about the future. Overthinking means thinking too much about something. You think and think and think, and it doesn't help. It just makes you more nervous.
Here are some very useful verbs you can use. To worry about something. For example, I worry about my exams. Another one is to stress about something. I'm stressed about my new job. You can also say, I feel anxious, or I feel nervous.
There is also the phrase to freak out. This is informal, but people use it a lot. I'm freaking out means I am very scared or very nervous. For example, I'm freaking out about my presentation.
There is also panic. I panicked means I suddenly felt very scared, like when your teacher says, pop quiz, and your brain just dies.
Let's talk about how anxiety feels in the body. Many people say, my heart is beating fast, or my hands are shaking. Some people say, I feel sick, or I feel dizzy, or there is a knot in my stomach.
A knot in my stomach is a common expression. It means you feel very uncomfortable inside. You can also say, I have butterflies in my stomach. This can be good or bad. For example, you are excited and nervous on a first date. I have butterflies in my stomach.
Now, let's talk about overthinking. Overthinking is like your brain loves drama. Something small happens, and your brain makes a big movie about it. For example, you send a message, and the person doesn't answer for 2 hours. A normal brain, they are busy. An overthinking brain, they hate me. I offended them. They will never talk to me again. I will be alone forever. The world will end.
Here is a very important phrase. What if? Overthinking loves this phrase. What if I fail the exam? What if I say something stupid? What if everyone laughs at me? What if I never get a good job? What if I make a mistake? This what if thinking creates problems that are not real yet.
Another phrase is worst case scenario. The worst case scenario means the worst possible result. Overthinking always loves the worst case scenario. For example, I have a small headache. Worst case scenario, it's something very serious, and I will die. Probably it's just dehydration. Maybe drink water first.
There is also the phrase spiral, not like the pasta. A thought spiral is when one bad thought leads to another, and another, and another, and it gets worse and worse. You start with, I made a mistake at work, and 10 minutes later you are thinking, I will lose my job, my apartment, my future.
Many people also overthink social situations. Here are some common anxious thoughts. They think I'm weird. I sounded stupid. I talked too much. I didn't talk enough. I said something wrong. They don't really like me.
Let's give you some useful sentences you can use to talk about anxiety in daily English. First, how to say I have anxiety in a simple way. You can say, I feel really anxious today. I'm feeling on edge. I feel really stressed out. I'm super nervous right now. My anxiety is really bad today.
On edge is a nice expression. It means you feel tense, like something bad will happen. For example, I'm on edge because I have a big test tomorrow.
Another useful expression is, I'm overthinking everything. For example, I'm overthinking everything about this date. Or you can say, my brain won't shut up. That means your mind is very active and you can't relax.
You can also say, my mind is racing. That means your thoughts are going very fast. For example, I can't sleep. My mind is racing. Or, I keep replaying the conversation in my head. That means you are thinking again and again about something you said or did.
Now, let's imagine a small dialogue. Not just for English, but maybe you recognize yourself. You wake up at 3 a.m. because you remember something embarrassing you did 3 years ago.
Why did I say you too to the waiter when he said, enjoy your meal? And then your brain plays that scene like a movie again and again.
You know, anxiety is not always logical. That's an important sentence. Anxiety is not logical. Often we know everything is probably fine, but our feelings don't listen. Your brain knows nobody remembers that small mistake at the party. But your anxiety is like, no, everyone remembers. It's their favorite memory now.
So how can we talk about this in English and also maybe feel a little better? One common phrase is, I'm trying to calm down. For example, I'm trying to calm down, but my heart is racing. Another useful sentence, I need a minute. That means you need some time to relax. I need a minute to breathe.
You can also say, I'm feeling overwhelmed. Overwhelmed means there is too much and you can't handle everything. For example, I'm feeling overwhelmed with work and school. Or, I'm overwhelmed by all my responsibilities.
Let's talk about small habits that can help, and we'll give you simple English sentences you can use to describe them. One idea is to take a deep breath. You can say, I'm taking a deep breath, or deep breathing helps me calm down.
Another idea is to go for a walk. You can say, when I feel anxious, I go for a walk, or going outside helps me feel better. Fresh air and movement can help your body relax.
To write it down is also very helpful. You can say, I write my thoughts in a journal, or writing my worries helps me think clearly. When you see your thoughts on paper, you can decide which ones are real and which ones are just anxiety talking.
There is also to talk to someone. For example, I talk to my friend when I feel anxious, or talking about my feelings helps me feel less alone. Sometimes we think we are the only one with anxiety, but many people feel the same way.
You can also learn to question your thoughts. That means you don't automatically believe every thought in your head. A very important sentence is this thought really true? Or do I have proof? Or is this just anxiety?
For example, the thought is, everyone hates me. You can ask, is this really true? Do I have proof? Probably not. Maybe one person was quiet and your brain decided, they hate me. But maybe they were just tired, or hungry, or they also have anxiety and think you hate them.
Here is some useful vocabulary about thoughts. Negative self-talk is when you say bad things to yourself in your mind. For example, I'm so stupid. I'm a failure. I can't do anything right. Instead, we can try positive self-talk, or at least neutral self-talk.
Positive self-talk is when you say kind or realistic things to yourself. For example, I'm doing my best. I can handle this. I made a mistake, but I can learn from it. You don't have to say, I am perfect, I am amazing, I am a unicorn. Just be a little kinder.
Here are some helpful phrases you can practice. I'm doing my best, and that's enough. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay not to be okay. I can take it one step at a time. I don't need to be perfect.
One step at a time is a great expression. It means you don't need to think about everything at once, just the next step. For example, I feel overwhelmed, so I'm taking it one step at a time.
Many people also have anxiety about the future. They think, I must have everything figured out. Here is a useful sentence. It's okay not to have everything figured out. Many adults don't know what they are doing. They just drink coffee and hope.
You can also say, I'm still figuring things out. That means you're still learning, still deciding your future, and that is normal. For example, I don't know my dream job yet. I'm still figuring things out.
Let's give you a little scene with vocabulary. Imagine Leo has an important job interview tomorrow.
I say I'm freaking out about my interview. My mind is racing. I keep thinking, what if I say something stupid? What if they don't like me? I feel really anxious. My heart is beating fast, and I can't relax.
And I say, okay, take a deep breath. Remember, it's normal to be nervous. You don't need to be perfect. Just do your best. Try to take it one step at a time. And if your brain says, worst case scenario, ask yourself, is this thought really true?
And then I say, you're right. I'm overthinking. I'm going to write my worries down and then go for a short walk. I'll try to calm down.
This is a simple example, but you can use the same kind of sentences in your life, even in your own language, and also in English. It's useful to know how to say how you feel.
Another important topic, social anxiety. This is when you feel very nervous in social situations. When you meet new people, go to parties, speak in class, or talk in a meeting. Many people worry, I will sound stupid. Here are some useful phrases.
I get really shy around new people. I feel uncomfortable in big groups. I'm nervous about talking in front of the class. I'm scared of being judged. I don't know what to say.
You can also use common phrases like, I'm not good at small talk. Small talk is casual, simple conversation about the weather, hobbies, work, school, daily life. Many people hate small talk, but it's a good way to start a conversation.
For example, small talk questions are, how was your weekend? How's work? What are you studying? Do you watch any good shows? Do you play any sports or games? When you feel anxious, you can prepare some simple questions like this before you go out.
Let's give you some examples of social small talk sentences you can use in English, even as a beginner. Hi, I'm Mia. Nice to meet you. Where are you from? What do you do? Do you like your job? What do you like to do in your free time? Have you seen any good movies recently?
If you feel anxious, you can also be honest in a simple way. For example, I'm a little shy, or my English isn't perfect, but I'm trying. Most people will understand and even feel more relaxed when you say that.
That's true. When someone says, I'm nervous, many people think, okay, me too, I feel better now. Being honest can actually reduce anxiety. Not always, but often.
Here is another common sentence. I'm out of my comfort zone. Your comfort zone is the situation where you feel safe and comfortable. When you speak a foreign language or meet new people, you are out of your comfort zone.
You can say, I'm out of my comfort zone, but I want to grow. Or, I'm trying to push myself out of my comfort zone. This is great when you are learning English. New language, new people, new culture. It can be scary, but it's also exciting.
Let's talk about sleep and anxiety. Many people say, I can't sleep because I'm overthinking, or I stay up late just scrolling on my phone, feeling anxious. Here are some phrases. I'm exhausted, but I can't sleep. I keep checking my phone. I'm overthinking everything at night.
I think many of us do this. You go to bed at 11 p.m. and suddenly your brain is like, it's time to think about every problem in your life. So another sentence is, my brain is loud at night, or my thoughts are too loud.
To help with this, some people like to say to themselves, I'll worry about this tomorrow. Or, I can't solve this now in bed. I'll think about it in the morning. It doesn't always work, but sometimes it helps.
You can also make a little worry list before bed. For example, I write my worries down before I sleep. That sends a message to your brain. Okay, we didn't ignore the problems. They are on paper. We can rest.
Now, we also want to give you some language to support a friend with anxiety. Maybe your friend says, I'm really anxious, or I'm freaking out. How can you answer in English?
Here are some simple, kind sentences. I'm here for you. It's okay to feel this way. You're not alone. Do you want to talk about it? Take your time. Let's take a deep breath together.
You can also say, you're doing your best, or you're stronger than you think, or it's okay not to be okay, I'm not going anywhere. These are short, but they can mean a lot.
And sometimes you don't need to fix the problem. You can just listen. You can say, I understand, or that sounds really hard, or thank you for telling me.
If you are the one with anxiety, you can also practice asking for what you need. Here are some examples. Can we talk? I feel really anxious. Can you just listen? I don't need advice, I just need someone to hear me. Can you distract me? My thoughts are too much right now. Can we go for a walk? I need some air.
These are great because they are clear and simple. Many people want to help, but they don't know how. If you say what you need, it's easier for your friend.
Before we finish, let's review some key vocabulary from this episode. Anxiety to overthink to freak out. Worst case scenario, thought spiral on edge. Overwhelmed negative self-talk. Positive self-talk, comfort zone.
And some useful expressions. I feel really anxious. I'm overthinking everything. My mind is racing. I have a knot in my stomach. I'm trying to calm down. I'm taking it one step at a time. It's okay not to be okay. I'm still figuring things out. I'm out of my comfort zone, but I want to grow.
Remember, if you feel anxious or you overthink a lot, you are not strange, and you are not alone. It's very common, especially for young adults. Life is complicated. Social media, work, school, money, relationships, the future. It's a lot.
And you are doing something great right now. You are learning English and also learning how to talk about your feelings. That's powerful. It will help you connect with people, travel, study, work, and also understand yourself.
If you enjoyed this episode about anxiety and overthinking, please subscribe to Pop Off English, like this video, and share it with a friend who maybe needs to hear this.
Tell us in the comments, what makes you overthink the most? Is it school, work, relationships, social media, something else? And which new phrase from today will you try to use?
Thank you for spending this time with us and for trusting us with this sensitive topic. You're doing your best, and that's enough.
Keep learning, keep growing, and remember, your thoughts are not always facts.
See you in the next episode of Pop Off English. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.